Okay, welcome to another podcast. We today have Vincent, is that correct? From
That's perfect.
Cimalpes. From Cimalpes, you look after Courchevel 1550, Le Praz, La Tania. I'm super interested. I've been to this, I've skied in this resort quite a few times. I'm super interested to find out a little bit more about it. Can you give us a bit of a kind of brief overview of kind of where you are, what you look after, and a little bit about the resorts? That would be great.
Sure. So, Cimalpes is based in 1550 since 8 years now, and in Le Praz since 5 years now. So, we are operating village, Le Praz, and Latania since many years now, and we are in charge of the sales and of the rental. Uh, we have 80 property to rent in Courchevel village. We have 22 chalet in Le Praz and 60 property overall in Le Praz and Latania. So that's a lot. It brings us a lot of clients, tenants, buyers, sellers, and we are very well implanted now. We have a team who is all year long living here. So we are living the mountain, we are living the atmosphere of the villages. We know all the all the locals. So and we are locals actually. Our kids are in the kindergarten or at the school or at the ski school. So it's very nice to live here and it's very nice to live in this, as we say in French, ecosystem.
Yeah.
And we are very well implanted. So that's very helpful for us and that's very helpful for our clients too, because uh, we know everyone knows us, and it's make everything more simple.
Perfect. I was speaking to a buyer the other day about Courchevel, actually. Can you just give us a little bit for someone that doesn't know kind of what the village feel is for these kind of resorts? Assuming you have no idea of what it's like, is it particularly built up? Is it traditional? Is it authentic? What's the feel of the resorts? I'm quite interested to know myself.
Okay. I will start by Latania. So Latania has been built for the Olympics in '92, for Albertville Olympics. So it's a brand new village. Actually, it's not that old. It's only 30-year old. Uh, so Latania, it's a peculiar place because you will find uh, a bit more than 100 chalet, and you
Yeah.
will find many big residents that are all ski in, ski out. Because when you are in
Okay.
Latania, you are never far from the source. Um, it's a very family friendly place because you park your car and then you don't take it anymore. If you want to access Courchevel, because it's a part of Courchevel, if you want to access Courchevel slopes, you take two lifts and you are in 1850. If you want to access Le Praz, you take one bus, it's 5 minutes drive, and you are in the very center of Le Praz. It's 10 minutes from Meribel. So you can take the bus or you can take your car if you want to go to Meribel. So the location is perfect for someone who wants to enjoy the ski, enjoy the restaurant and the atmosphere of Latania. It's We have a lot of British citizens in Latania.
Yeah.
I can't explain why, but they want to be there. So you have a nice atmosphere and it's very friendly.
Yeah.
It's not the Courchevel side that you will see in the media. It's more simple. Everything is getting more simple in Latania. Um, then, if you want to speak about Le Praz, it's the genuine village that you will imagine. You don't have a lot of ownership. It's mostly chalet or village houses. Some small developments, 6, 7 apartments maximum. Uh, all the streets are narrow. It's flat, so it's very convenient when you are with young kids. Uh, it's the village that is living all year long in Courchevel.
Yeah.
And it's a super destination in summer because in summer you will find the lake, you can swim in the lake, you can fish in the lake. You have the it's totally different, but it's a two season village, Le Praz.
Yeah.
It's a growing market. It's growing very, very fast. But it's still very attractive if you compare to other big ski resorts as Megève, Val d'Isère, Méribel. So it's getting prices are getting higher and higher, but it's still attractive.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons of the attractiveness of the village is this two season life.
Yeah.
Between summer and winter. And the third village we are working on is Courchevel village, formerly named 1550. In 1550, it's a family place. It's just one street, and you have two snowfront. We are having a lot of new development, a lot of new refurbishment, a lot of new chalet, and it's very simple to explain. It's explained by the fact that we have Grangettes gondola directly from 1850. It's 4 minutes. It's a 4-minute ride to go to 1550 to 1850, and it's open from 7:30 in the morning to 11:30 in the evening. So it's very convenient for owner, tenants, for everyone. You can go to the restaurants and you can come back. You don't have to take the bus. You don't have to take your car.
That's amazing.
Exactly. So if you want to grab some drinks in after ski, you go with your friend at Les Tremplins or other place in 1850, and then you come back with the gondola. So it's very simple. And you have 7 restaurants, you have 1 bar, and you have all the shops that you will need for one perfect week. So it's explained, this attractivity of 1550 is explained by all those facilities you will find, and the fact that you are still at lower price for rent and for purchase than 1850 or Méribel or other high level.
Let's discuss that a little bit. So, first of all, the height of Courchevel 1550, obviously now Courchevel village. Le Praz is at 1300.
Exactly, 1350.
1350, and La Tania is
for 1450. A bit higher, but it's the north side. So what is interesting in Le Praz village and La Tania, they're on the same side of the mountain than it's the north side. So the snow quality is always good. You can always come back by ski in La Tania, in village, and in Le Praz. So it's very interesting for the skiers because the snow quality is perfect. I think it's one of the best quality you can find because of the exposure, of the north exposure.
Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt the video briefly. If you're enjoying the content that we are providing, please remember to like, share and subscribe. If you are after a ski property to purchase, please go over to SnowOnly.com. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the video. Yeah, understood. It's interesting. Courchevel is a very interesting resort in terms of, if you take let me think of it. If you take Val d'Isère, for example, where you have Le Daille at one end, Le Fournet, and then Val d'Isère at middle, the market works as a collective. There's like one agent that kind of looks after everything. But in Courchevel, you seem to have a very different between 1850, 1650, then 1550 Le Tania. Why is that? Why is that, do you think? Why have you kind of looked after 1550 Le Tania and Le Praz rather than 1650, 1850? Are they completely different markets?
Yes, so we used to do that. Actually, at first, it was 1850, and then 1650, 1550, and Le Praz and La Tania were managed by 2 agents. But we realized that it was more efficient to have one person knowing his markets perfectly, because it's not the same market.
Yeah, I imagine they're
1850, of
very
course,
different.
it's totally different. It's not the same price, not the same population, and not the same expectation from the clients.
Yeah.
But 1650 and 1550 are pretty similar in price, but it's not the same kind of clients. When you go to 1650, you expect to be south exposed, or to have the sun when you come back at home, and uh, you enjoy the you enjoy the sun. You want to be in a sunny place. When
Yeah.
you are, but you accept, when you're at 1850, you accept to take the bus or the car to go to 1850, because you are on the other side of the mountain. It's not the same. So it's
Uh,
not directly linked to 1850. It's not directly linked to Le Pras. Whereas in Le Pras, you have a 6 minute ride to go to 1850, same opening than Village. So from 7:30 to 11:30.
yeah.
So when you are in Le Pras, if you want to have a restaurant, to go to a restaurant in 1850, you can, and you can take the gondola. So 1650, it's a big difference from other villages in Village.
More
In Village and
independent.
in Le Pras. It's totally different. So we had created an agency in 1650 managing 1650 for rent and purchase, because now they have their own expectations. They want to be close to the slope. They want to have a south exposure. They want to have more and more high quality development. And Alpine Lodge, a local developer, has done many developments there, uh,
Yes.
and it fits their expectation. And
Yeah.
the market is following his path.
Yeah.
Alpine Lodge has done the path, and now everyone is following the tracks.
Yeah.
In 1550, it's different. They want to buy in 1550 because it's family friendly, it's pretty quiet, and you have the direct access to 1550, and it's 30 to 40% less in terms of real estate price.
Okay, so let's go on to that a little bit, because it's very interesting to kind of explain how this is all linked. So you said at the beginning that the market is obviously progressing from the areas that you're kind of involved in. I assume a lot because they want to be in Courchevel, but obviously 1850 is a crazy price point. So what kind of prices and differences in prices do you get between La Tania and 1550?
Yes. So in 1550, if you are looking for a new build property, the price will be around 15,000 per square meter to 20,000 per square meter for a
Okay.
new build property of plan
Yeah.
with high quality finishes and the full package that we are expecting now when we buy off plan. In Le Pras, it will be lower. You will find new property of plan development around 13,000 to 17,000 per square meter.
Yeah.
For the same kind of quality. In Latania, it's growing very fast, because this year we have for sale a new development named Orso. It's 20,000 square meter development with a 4-star hotel, with a 4-star residency, and you can buy apartment there, and you will buy around between 11,000 per square meter to 18,000 per square meter.
Okay.
But you are in a 4-star residence with the swimming pool, with the spa, with restaurant, with ski shop and ski room.
As a buy to let, a lease back, or as an outright purchase?
No, actually, you can buy with a lease or you can buy without a lease.
Okay. Oh wow,
Okay,
they have
so
the
that's very easy for our clients, because um, they have the choice either they want to rent, either they don't want to rent. And you are skiing ski out. It's a brand new development. It was done by Rémi Giffon. Rémi Giffon is a famous local architect, and you can find all his his chalet on his website, and the finishes will be very, very impressive. The restaurant will be managed by Julien Maché, 1-star Michelin. So that's why La Tania is getting more and more attractive, and the prices are getting higher and higher.
Because it's affordable. I think one of the really interesting questions is as long as I've been skiing 30 years or whatever it is, Courchevel in its entirety has always had a specific reputation, right? For obviously very kind of high-end, glitzy, a lot of Russian ownership, kind of that kind of feel to it. Would you say that 1550 Le Praz and La Tania is away from what the reputation of Courchevel is?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, there is a false idea of Russian in Courchevel. Russian in Courchevel.
I'd like to kind of get into this from your point of view. I'm very interested if we can dispel this.
Yeah, they don't own places. Some Russian are owner, but it's less than 1% of our owners. So you can see Russian because they rent nice properties, they go to restaurants, and there is a show-off side to those kind of Russians that are in 1850. When it comes to 1650, 1550, Le Praz and La Tania, you will find some Russian, but it's different. Some are owner, but still it's a very small amount of them, and they are very, very different of the kind you will see at Caporn or at Bagatelle with big champagne bottle on the table. It's totally different. Just to clarify about the Russian. I can present you to some of our tenants or some owner, and you will see they are very, very fun and it's a pleasant company. So that was for the Russian part. But about the view of Courchevel, so you have this show-off side in 1850 that you will never find in other villages because you don't have Gucci, Dior, Chanel, Chada, Vuitton. It's very simple. It's like all other villages in French Alps, actually. Of course, you will have nice restaurants because in Courchevel, the specificity to me in Courchevel is the service. When you go to a restaurant, when you go to ski shop, when you go in an hotel, the services are always higher. The quality is always better. The food is good, the service is good, the wine is good. The people are very nice because tenants pay the price for that. And when you pay the price for that, you have the quality that comes with. That comes with it. So it's one of the specific Courchevel. And the second specific Courchevel is between the four villages, so 1850, 1650, Le Praz village, and La Tania now, because since 2017, La Tania is a part of Courchevel. Before 2017, it was a village. Now it has been absorbed by Courchevel.
When it's absorbed, you mean because now there's a link between them?
No, because formerly it was a different municipality. It was La Tania was a town, and Courchevel was a town, and they melted together 7 years ago to create Courchevel, the city. So between all those 5 villages, you can find anything you want, and that's the second specialty of Courchevel. You want to eat Japanese, you want to do this kind of after ski, you want to do some late sledge, you want to eat on a restaurant that is on the slope at night, you can do whatever you want in Courchevel. If you want to have a drinks, if you want to have drinks with your friends and to enjoy the last sunlight, you can. If you want to have some dog sledge, you said that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If you want to have some dog sledge, you can. If you want to have the first track in the morning, so if you want to open La Solire at 8 in the morning, you can. So Courchevel has many facilities for all its customers. And that's one of the specificities that you will not find in other resorts. And that's why Courchevel is very appreciated worldwide. And people are coming from US, from South America, from China, from Australia, because they know that they will find what they want and what they need. You know that when you will come in Courchevel, you will pay a strong price if you want to purchase, if you want to rent something, if you want to go to restaurants. But at the end, it's worth it because you will have a better snow quality, you will have a better services quality. And another thing is the view. The view in Courchevel is just amazing. And people are working very hard to have 1 week of holidays in Courchevel or 2 weeks of holiday in Courchevel. And they come back year after year. It's because at the end of the stay, they say, okay, it was amazing and we'll come back next year.
I'm quite interested to find out about the market in general. So you said the Tania, Le Praz and Courchevel Village, are they? If everything is reasonably convenient, I assume they are relatively small markets, are they, in terms of the amount of property that you have available? So, in which case, the next kind of follow-on question is, for all these properties, when a property is coming onto the market, what typically is it, and how liquid is that market? How quickly is property moving? Because obviously, from a buyer's perspective, if they do want to buy in any of these places, how long can they afford to move? What's the typical standard of the property that becomes available? Like, how is the market moving in that respect?
Okay, so you want to do it level by level?
Sure, let's do it level by level. That's good.
Okay, so we'll start by Tania. So Tania, it's less than 20 sales in the old property, not brand new development, because you don't have a new development every year, but it's less than 20 sales per winter.
Wow.
And we will say that 5 chalets, we sell 5 chalets per year maximum in Tania, and the rest are apartments. Most of them are 1 or 2 bedroom apartments because as it was done for the Olympics, it's not big apartments. But the good news is every year owners are buying their neighbors and creating bigger apartments. So we'll have more and more big apartments. And when you have a new development, developer try to create 90 square meter, 100 square meter, 120 square meter, and that is what our clients are looking for. So the market is moving, is evolving year after year, depending on our clients' need.
Understood. So typically, just to reiterate on that, so if we're looking at, say, 90 to 100 square meters, so it's anywhere from maybe 1.1, am I right in this with Tania, 1.1 to 1.8 million, something along these lines? This is the typical price that you're going to pay? Okay.
Exactly.
And when a property like this, for the 1 and 2 bedroom, assume it's obviously for rental purposes or to obviously combine into a bigger unit, how quickly are these properties lasting on the market? If something that's good in a good location, can it just be snapped up super quick?
So I assume it's the same in every, not in the current situation with the global context we can find about the real estate, but in Courchevel, we are very lucky because it's a strong market, it's a healthy market, and we are not impacted by the crisis we are going through worldwide. So if the price is coherent with the market, if you are not
greedy,
if you are not totally out of the market, we can expect a sales between one month and 2 months, but sometimes we do sales less than 24 hours after the signature of the contract. Because when it's the right property, the right price, we have a database of 60,000 clients at Cimalpes. So we know exactly what our clients need. So as soon as the property is on the market, we'll call them and we'll say, we have this chalet, we have this apartment, you have to come right now. So this is one of the specificities of Le Praz and La Tania, and is you have to be very quick, you have to be very reactive, and some
Be
people,
ready.
exactly, some clients, they can take a flight in the day just to visit the property and say, thank you, it was amazing, I buy it, and see you this winter in my new apartment. So
Yeah.
you have to be reactive, and that's one of our, we are very lucky to be in Courchevel, and we are very lucky to be on those strong market. Same for Meribel, same for Val d'Isère, same for Megève.
Yeah.
Those four ski resorts are very, very strong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we don't have the crisis. We are very lucky of that. So this was for La Tania. In Le Praz, it's less than 10 sales per year. Because you don't have a lot of property for sale, except if you have a new development. 3 years ago, we have a new development from Jean-Charles Couvarel. It was 7 apartments. It has been sold in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, without marketing, without anything, just with our clients. In 3 years, we have sold 7 apartments, facing the school, nice finishes. And if one day another development come on the market, I assume it will be the same because we have a strong demand.
Vincent, just for that, is there for La Tania and Le Praz? I assume less for Courchevel, but maybe not. Is there still opportunity to buy land and develop as a developer, or is that pretty much finished, or are they kind of redeveloping old properties?
So to find a new land or to find a new spot to build something, it's always complicated. Generally, it's old property with a large land plot. But sometimes the planning department change the destination of a land plot. It was non-constructible area and then it's constructible. But with all the French law, all the new French law, recent law or to come, I presume it will be very difficult to find new land plots to build. If you want to do your tailor-made chalet and you want to build your own place, you would better to expect to buy a chalet, destroy it, and then rebuild it for you with your own taste. It will be it will take less time.
Yeah, understood. And so what about 1550 as a market?
So 1550, same, very strong market because of the connection with 1850, 4 minutes ride in gondola. You have the best ski school in Courchevel. The best ski instructors are in ESF of Courchevel village. Actually, they are operating a lot of chalet and hotel in 1850 and palaces. They are working with the ski school of Courchevel village. We have more properties for sale. We have more new development because it's bigger and because it's an old village. It's been here since 60, 70 years old now. So you can find old property, old building that will need refurbishment or that will need sur-elevation to create new roof. So that's why we have more property for sale. And you will find in Courchevel village some land plots that are that have the possibility, you have the possibility to build on those land plots. And you will find small chalet on large land plots that are owned by the same families in many years. And now they want to sell because for them it's a good opportunity to sell, it's the right time for them to sell. So it's the market is moving very fast. We have more sales. I would say it's between 20 and 30 sales per winter in Courchevel village.
Yeah, understood. So in terms of obviously the market moving forward, if we take the average mean of the price, let's just say it's around 15,000 euros a square meter kind of across the board, with obviously all the buying and selling of the small apartments and maybe making them bigger, etc. How do you see kind of the market moving in maybe like 5 to 10 years time? Where do we kind of see it going? Obviously, the barometer of price per square meter is along the lines of Courchevel 1850, and I don't suppose they'll ever get to that. But how do you see it from an investment point of view? If people just wanted to go from a capital appreciation point of view rather than the rental, where is the opportunity? Do they have to buy it around 10,000 euros a square meter and then refurbish and sell a bit higher? Or is the market naturally just building because of infrastructure?
Okay, so just to explain something about Courchevel village, I will speak of Courchevel village. Few years ago, before the COVID and before the Brexit, we had some properties, nice properties for sale for 17,000 euros per square meter.
Okay.
And at the time, so it was five years ago, I said it's totally crazy to sell at this price. And people who bought the property at this price, I say to myself, wow, they're crazy. But now, if they want to sell the property back, they will sell 19 to 20,000 euros per square meter for the property. I've made a sale in November at 26,000 euros per square meter for a ski chalet in Courchevel village.
Wow.
To refurbish. So I spoke with a lot of clients, French clients from Paris, or rich clients from London, or from New York, or Singapore, Hong Kong. And they all say to me that as long as it's not as expensive as their main residence, so if you buy a property in the center of London, you will pay to 40,000 per square meter, 50,000 per square meter. It's the same in Paris, it's the same in Hong Kong. If you go to Monaco, you can pay to 100,000 per square meter. Sure. And those clients, they compare with Meribel and Val d'Isère. That are the highest price ski resort. So now you can buy a property in Val d'Isère for 50,000 per square meter in a new development, and you are in a co-ownership, and you are not ski out. It's the same for Meribel. You can buy now at Morel. You can buy between 40 and 50,000 euros per square meter, and you are not on a prime location. So if you pay 25,000 euros per square meter in Courchevel village on a prime location, ski out, or very close to the slopes, it's the perfect opportunity. So to me, all Courchevel, and I include, and I include 1850 because even 1850, actually, it's a lower market in terms of price than Meribel and Val d'Isère. If we talk about co-ownership, apartment, and new development, if we don't talk about the chalet, because chalet in Courchevel, it's a totally different market. But so if you compare, and if you are looking for a place to buy with your family, and you look in Meribel, you look in Val d'Isère, and you look in Courchevel, you would say at the end, but I thought Courchevel was too expensive, but at the end, it's the perfect place to me because it's not as expensive as other villages, and I have everything. So I'm pretty sure that the market will still raise in the future years.
And have you seen that again in Le Praz and La Tania as well? That you can see that kind of natural appreciation.
Definitely, yes. Definitely. With Louis, my colleague in La Tania, we have sold a chalet 12,000 euros per square meter to refurbish. 3 years ago, it was not possible, but the chalet has been sold in less than 24 hours. So yes, the market is growing in La Tania because we are high level altitude ski resorts. And people from lower ski resorts, they came in Courchevel because they know the snow quality is here.
Yeah, I think you've got a lot of things obviously going for it. The fact that it's part of the Three Valleys, which is such a huge ski area, but it's in a place where it's affordable, but you're still at altitude. So just kind of moving on to that, in terms of the heights and things, what's it like in terms of an all year round resort? Obviously, we hear so much from everybody about it's imperative that they have a dual season because people want to appreciate the summer as well as the winter. How does Le Tan and Le Praz and Village operate in the summer? And is there much of a season?
So the specificity of Courchevel is we have 5 villages. So we have clients, we have tenants, we have owners, and we have local people that are here in summer. The specificity is they are on each level. So they are not on the same location. Yeah. If you go to Morzine or Avoria or Megève, everyone is in the center. Here, they will be separated in different villages. So you won't have the crowd that you will find in other villages. But
I like that.
In Courchevel village, exactly, it's quiet. But the lifts are open, so you can grab your bike and you go mountain biking. You can hike, you can climb, you can do road biking, and you can go to Col de la Loze because it's open. In May, starting in May, you can climb the Col de la Loze by foot or by bike. So you can do a lot of sports. It's a sports destination in summer.
Yeah.
One important thing is all restaurants in Le Praz, in Village, and in La Tania, they are all open. So there is a nightlife, there is a day life. Some shops are open. And Courchevel, tourism office, they organize a lot of activities. You will have the sport activities such as trail, such as bike race, activities for the kids. You can ride horses because we have a horses station. I don't know how you say that in English. I'm sorry for that.
Like an equestrian station, yeah.
Exactly. So you have a lot of cultural activities too. You have fireworks. You have a lot of concerts, classical concerts. You have a lot of theaters activity too. So it's a peculiar place in summer because it's totally different from the winter. Yeah. To me, because I live here all year long, I prefer Courchevel in summer.
Yeah, understood. And in terms of obviously what Cimalpes provide for the rentals, are you seeing from a typical buyer, are a lot of them giving the rentals to you? Are people tending to live there for the longer term, or are people looking for some sort of ROI based on their investment from a rental standpoint because it's a dual season resort and you can get, I assume, pretty decent prices from a rental in the winter season?
Yeah. So when you buy a new property, or when you buy off plan, you know that you can claim the VAT. So if you want to claim the VAT, you have to work with the local agency. You can't work with just Airbnb or tour operator like that. So I would say that 90% of buyers will rent their property. And we are back to Courchevel specificity, but Courchevel has the biggest return on investment with Megève because you have the highest rent in Courchevel.
In 1550?
All villages in Courchevel.
Okay.
Okay, so the return on investment is always better in Courchevel and Megève than other ski resorts. So that's important to know. So clients, they buy because ROI is important, and the rent because they rent with us. Actually, they rent with us because we manage 550 properties in Courchevel. So that's a lot. So we know how to rent. We know how to take care of their property because we are here all year long. We are not just here during the winter and then we go back to Saint-Tropez or somewhere else. So we manage the property all year long. and we are open all year long. So we can take care of the property. We have the keys of all owners. So every week we go in the apartment, in the chalet, to inspect that everything is in perfect condition. We open the windows to have some fresh air. We check internet connection. We check all the plumbing and everything. So
Yeah,
it's one of the reasons people are willing to rent with us is because we take care of the property. They have
yeah,
someone, they have the phone number of someone who will be in Courchevel, in their chalet, in 10 minutes if it's needed.
yeah.
Uh,
Good.
and when they come in holidays, when owner comes in holidays, it's I would say it's hotel at home because you will have all services for you. You will come in your apartment even if you have a late check-in because you had a lot of traffic or it was a long drive to come. You will you will be in your apartment or your chalet. Beds are done. You have all the house linen. You have the towels. If you want champagne, if you want fresh flower, if you want the groceries on
Yeah,
the fridge. Uh, if you want the ski in the ski lockers, we can manage that.
yeah.
So when you're in Courchevel with Cimalpes, you don't think about what you have to do because it's already done by our team.
Yeah, wonderful. It sounds like you've got a very healthy resort. I always find this crazy. You and I have been chatting for over 40 minutes already. It seems like you've got a very healthy resort in 1550 Le Tania. And obviously, there's going to be per buyer. There's going to be a preference about which resort they obviously want to go in. There's nothing obviously specific in that region. You've obviously got a great ski area, at great altitude, things like that. So you seem obviously very excited for the future. I guess the main thing is, and we've learned a lot today. And if anyone needs to get in touch with you, then obviously they can get in touch with you, and you can explain all the areas for them. Have you had a good season? Has this been a good season for you?
Yeah, it's been a very good season in terms of rental and in terms of sales. Um, we were a bit afraid in November, but December came, and just in my team, we have done 11 sales in December. So, and then the season was on the tracks, and everything was as planned. Still a
Just
good season for us.
Vincent, just for the last question, just to kind of get an idea, where are the typical buyers coming from? Is there a typical criteria of the people that are coming in, or is it literally Eastern European, Asia, America, Paris, London? Is it a bit of a mixture?
So between 50 and 60% of our clients, buyers, they are French. Then English, English, and they are back because there was a lack of Brits during a few months. Then Belgium, and then other countries. So I would say Asia, South America, North America, uh, and that's all. Uh, we are we are seeing now people from Dubai or from Doha, but it's their first interest.
Yeah.
So I assume that we will see them in few years. But Asia is a strong market now. They are coming, they want to buy, and they are very enjoying Courchevel and
Yeah,
the French Alps.
I lived for 20 years almost in Asia, so I definitely know there's a very strong market. At the moment, there's a lot of focus on Japan, but I think they'll be coming to Europe. They just need to. There's a Thai market there as well that have only just seen snow, so I'm sure that'll evolve in the future. Vincent, thank you so much for all
You're
your
welcome,
knowledge
Mark.
today. For me, even just to listen to you, it gives me a better understanding of the market, and I hope that is projected to all the people that are listening. So thank you so much for your time. I will put your contact details below for anyone that wants to get in contact with you in regards to any of the resorts, but appreciate it and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. It was a pleasure to meet you and to speak with you today.
Wonderful. Take care, buddy.
Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.